Hey listeners, you're tuned into the Dungeons & Dragons podcast, Rolled Out. I'm Hans Vogelai, your host and Dungeon Master.
I'm Shane Quee, playing as St. Mary Jane from this out of this world as Smart Druid.
I'm Cruz Godinez. I'm playing as Crackneck, wisest of the Bullywugs.
And I'm Caitlin Kincaid, and I'm playing as your Cast Iron Ranger, Bruigan.
And this is Rolled Out. Previously on Rolled Out, our heroes were summoned by the mayor of Orifuge to help solve a murder in the Mountain District. The ghost of the murdered refused to be silent and was becoming a danger to the masquerade that was taking place in the ghost's previous home. Fortunately, after drinking, interrogating, exploring, and talking to goats, our heroes confronted the murderer in the midst of the ball. Ousted, he tried to flee but was quickly apprehended. With the murderer caught, the ghost was appeased, and the festivities of the ball went on. Festivities that our trio did not hesitate to take advantage of. After 3 days of feasting, dancing, and singing, the fall ball finally ended, and we now join our heroes outside of the castle where the ball took place. The elf host Prima waves and sorrowfully says goodbyes to other guests, but her eyes cast daggers when she looks at you. Probably something to do with ousting her husband and getting him arrested. In the crowd of guests, you can make out Harbeck and Sir Cuddlesworth, Herbert, Serval, and Milo the Mayor, but Veramir is nowhere to be found. Perhaps his duty to the Fey gods was finally fulfilled. All right, so you guys could talk to some people in the crowd if you want, or you could join them. It looks like they're all going to the precipice where you guys entered in from, where the mayor's portal was that led you here to the Mountain District in the first place. So, what do you want to do?
Crackneck would like to request a reward for cleansing this house of the spirit.
Well, who are you requesting the reward from?
The hostess,
Prima?
Prima.
The elf who hates your guts?
Yes.
All right, you waddle your way up to the hostess elf, and she glares down at your small stature and says, "What do you want?"
Bitch.
Say, I heft up the hook, the grappling hook that I used to skewer the groundskeeper in the last one, and I put it over my shoulder. I assume it's still nasty.
Yeah, you probably haven't cleaned
I
it.
put it on my shoulder, and then I tap my hammer at my side, and I go, "We have cleansed this house of the spirit of your deceased daughter. Give us money."
Make a quick persuasion check.
8.
8. Prima says, "Well, I should think being invited to the fall ball is reward enough, especially for someone of your stature."
That's
I
so
say-
not dope.
Indeed.
I look at her and I say, "I've been to better parties in a swamp with lesser homes."
Are you intimidating at this point, or are you still persuading?
No, I want to do a burn check.
burn
I just wanted to get offended now.
All right.
Get it.
I guess that'd be persuasion still.
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Plus 4.
Bitch.
Dang. Prima stumbles backwards a little bit, and a little bit of blood trickles down her nose from your mad insult. She kind of stops waving goodbye to the guests and flusteredly dives back into her home. You give a ribbon of victory. She leaves behind
Crackneck
2
knows
gold on the
himself.
ground.
I flip it on my tongue.
Hey, but wasn't the mayor? Excuse me.
What about the mayor?
Wasn't he supposed to pay us? Because Veramir, aka Joey, he was like, "Hey, you should pay us double."
That's right.
Remember?
But the mayor's reward was that you got to stay at the ball.
No, we were promised cash. We were paid in advance, which is why I have 145.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we need
Ash,
we need bigger bucks, dude.
Well, you better track down the mayor in the crowd then.
mayor.
Fortunately for you, he's not hard to track down. He kind of waddles up to you a little. He doesn't waddle. He's a gnome, so he doesn't waddle like Crucknuck does.
And
but-
he waddled up to us.
The mayor
To the
comes up
very
to you
next
two,
adventure.
Bruigan and Mary Jane, because Crucknuck is off serving justice
Fucking
verbally.
MCCK and Shane Queen bitches.
The mayor walks up and says, I can't thank you enough for helping to cleanse the house of this spirit and keep the fall ball alive. But I would tell you to either get to the teleportation circle soon, or you could go down to the mining town of Dundeer at the bottom of the mountain.
Sounds like a done deal.
But you should get on the teleporter fast, because once the crowds of aristocracy cleared out, it won't really activate for you.
Ouch. Okay.
How about we just stay here and just never be able to go back ever?
Wait, but
Well,
if
you
you
can still
pay
go
us
back.
cash, if you pay us our money, will we be aristocracy?
No, you'll have a little bit. I suppose I do owe you some more money. Here's 20 gold for you two, and give this 20 to your frog friend when he comes back.
Will do.
Oh yeah, so we're splitting it and keeping it, right?
Nah, dude. Rucknut deserves his share. He, gutted a dwarf.
You know what? That's pretty dope. That's pretty dope.
That's... He, got it.
It's Crunknuck's pleasure.
God. But you should know that if you do hang out in the town of Dundee, don't forget that there is an elevator that will take you up to the city of Orrefuge. All of the biomes are connected to the central hub. So you shouldn't be stuck here if you do decide to stay.
Wow.
All right. After you sickly burn Helja, the not the guest, the host.
The
that's
hostess.
right. The hostess.
With the leastest.
Very much so. You notice Helja comes up to you. She was the old dwarf groundskeeper. She's
I
still
thought she
kind of
died.
No, I made sure she was alive.
Oh,
Hey.
so she could live with her guilt.
Oh
Whoa.
wow.
Yes.
well, yeah. Anyways, Helja pulls you aside from the crowd for a second, or rather, you see Helja kind of beckoning to you from outside the crowd. Do you go to her, or?
Yes.
Okay. So she, first of all, thanks you for bringing the criminal to justice and also for not killing her.
That includes you, bitch.
Well, unfortunately, yes, she was involved in the crime. She never wanted to help him cover it up.
She was implicit, not explicit. Well, maybe she's a little explicit.
How wise.
I mean, all she did do was, make the hands out of stone for the husband to use.
You know what? Why couldn't she just be doing that as a hobby and then he took one of the hands? He just stole
I
it.
mean, it technically was her hobby. She was a stonemason.
Or is she?
Or is she?
You're not even here right now. You're bargaining with the mayor for gold.
I also want to do something after that, but I'm sorry.
Yeah. Helja then says that as a token of her thanks, she'd like to give you this. She gives you an old tattered map. It's an old tattered map that's rolled up. She says it's been in the castle for longer than she can remember, and it might prove useful to your quest. Heaven knows she won't ever do anything with it.
I take it.
All right, you now have old tattered map. I should mention at this point, this is the first time you've seen the mountain biome in the day since you got here on All Hallows Night. So the sight of it catches you a little off guard. True to its name, the mountain district is literally just mountains as far as the eye can see, pretty much. Spiky, rocky terrain going on for as far as you can see, though you do know that somewhere the walls of the moor feel encircle it. One thing that does catch your eye, though, is a massive peak sticking up farther than any of the other ones that billows a plume of smoke out of it. Some kind of volcano.
That's dope.
Wow.
All right. Yeah, do you look at the map right now, or do you wait to show it to your companions?
I look at the map now.
Okay.
Show it to your friends. Show it to your friends.
The map
Show it to your-
shows a cross section of a volcano
to your
with a
friend,
chamber inside. It's a small little map to that. On the map, you can see the symbol of some kind of cube inside the chamber. It's obviously a treasure of some sort that's inside there.
I look at my necklace,
The neck. Yeah, what about it?
the amulet. One of my many
Oh, yeah,
amulets.
yeah.
I think it's three still.
Yeah, but that's a hexagon with
Oh, but
six
then
circles
with
and a
six
diamond
circles.
in the center.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So it's a cube that's obviously some form of treasure inside this chamber that's inside the volcano. There's also a poem written on the side of the map in Dwarvish.
Ooh, that's fun.
I'm not sure you can read Dwarvish, though. Anyways,
Primordial and Bullywug.
you look up from the map to realize Helja has disappeared.
Out.
All right.
I don't think Kruknuk notices that she disappeared, other than the fact that she's gone. Like, it doesn't strike him as odd at all. He just kind of like looks back up to where she was, sees that she's gone, and just walks away.
Fair enough.
Doesn't strike him as anything.
You are also outie.
What were you wanting to do real fast?
I
Again?
want to go say my goodbyes to the goat bartender because he was so nice.
Okay.
And I want to give him a big tip of 35 gold.
Oh, well, you find the goat in the crowd due to its repeated bleeding.
Bleh.
You give it a good hug. You also say a bleh of goodbye,
Bleh.
and then you toss it some 35 gold, which it somehow catches
Yeah.
and
his hoof
gives a
hands.
bleh of thank you.
Yay.
Yeah, you can
Yeet.
tell that it's farewell bleh. He offers you a free drink at the pub if you ever come up to the Orifuge again.
Ooh.
Did you
gonna,
want to do
like,
anything else,
get
Mary
it.
Jane?
Get it. Let's see.
You do. I should mention this real fast. We've kind of forgotten about it, but not only did the rainbow frog, when you were fighting the grungs, give you the jade pyramid,
Ooh.
but he also gave you a scroll that you guys haven't looked at yet.
I want to read it.
Oh,
We never actually decided who had it, so I'm going to say Mary Jane had it.
All right.
hey.
So you do have that, but you could also
Hey
see some
now.
other friends in the crowd if you want to say goodbye to them. Sir
see.
Cuddlesworth, Harbeck, Herber, Serval, and the mayor.
I totally remember every one of these people.
That's why I mentioned them to you.
So, yeah, I gotta say bye to who was the one who was the real dad.
The real dad?
Yeah.
Oh, him. I suppose he is still in the crowd.
Yeah, the tiefling.
The tiefling. His name was.
Lucius. No.
Yeah, it was Lucius.
What?
Lucius.
Nice.
Flowers.
All right, you managed to find Lucius. He's a little apprehensive, still not quite feeling welcome here,
Right.
but he's eager to leave.
Yeah,
he
I
does
just-
give you a good hug though, and
Yeah, I
bids-
just go up to him and like, hey man, sorry for like getting up in your space and like goating you up and that stuff. I just gotta make sure you're the right guy.
it's totally understandable.
And that thing moving in your chest. I know like some people have got some conditions. I'm sorry if it was. It was a little risky move to assume it was an animal. I'm sorry about. It's all good.
It's all good. I'm glad you were able to clear my name and bring the killer of my daughter to justice.
Of
I can
course.
understand any measures you would have taken, like turning into a goat and ramming me into the wall.
Of course, that's it's what I do, man. It's what I do.
Very well. May our paths cross again, goat man.
And then I walk away with a pile of food like Shaggy from the snack table.
From all the leftovers.
Yeah.
The skeleton servants that were wandering around kind of give you. They would give you baleful stares if they had eye sockets, but they don't.
But they don't.
All right, go ahead and write down you have 2 days of provisions.
2 days of provisions. What's up?
Not sure
Let's go.
where you're storing
Let's
them.
go.
So, the time has come to decide whether you guys are going to stay in the Mountain District to see if there's anything special in the town or head back to Orifuge via the teleportation circle. If you do head back to Orifuge, you can always head down to the Mountain District and vice versa. Always heading up to the Orifuge if you decide to stay here.
As Kruknuk rejoins the group, he brings the scroll out dramatically and says, "We have a heading," like a pirate.
Hey, we should also look at that other scroll. Parentheses 2 and parentheses.
Pointing at Mary Jane.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm so glad I've got the scroll, parentheses 2 and parentheses. It's a shame that they're named the same thing.
You pull out the scroll, parentheses 2 in parentheses. The scroll is very old, but very ornate. It's sealed by some kind of wax on the very front, so it doesn't open up all the way.
Oh, is it?
Really?
The wax has the impression of a familiar symbol, a hexagon with 6 circles and a diamond in
I
the middle.
throw my amulet.
Wow.
Do you have an amulet left?
I think
I
so.
thought we all do, except
don't
for
know.
Kruknuk, who has multiple.
Yeah,
Does Kruknuk have I thought you traded some to Tom.
the
Oh no, because Shayna had some.
Okay.
I gave a
I
bunch.
mean, fucking ringlets.
Ringlets had some.
I actually,
Ringlets, alright, cool.
I to get my Gili Bili, Gumai Ratai, I gave up 100 gold.
Okay, you actually
Yeah.
paid the 100 gold.
Yep.
All right, so yeah, you throw your amulet onto this thing, and instantly the wax dissolves magically off.
Oh my god.
You're able to unroll this ancient scroll, and on it is ornate artwork of something. It is, as you can tell, the image of a world exploding, consumed in fire and being literally destroyed, fragments of it being scattered out across the cosmos.
The ultimate
There's nothing
blaze.
else on the scroll, but you can kind of see at the bottom that it's meant to connect to something. It might be connecting to another scroll to make an overarching
3 in
story.
parentheses.
To make to complete the tale of whatever this scroll says. It could be a prophecy for the future. You're not sure at the moment.
Fucking history check.
Sure.
It's a 9.
It's a 9.
Can I do? Can I
It'd be
do?
history, so add your intelligence bonus to it.
No, yeah, I
Oh,
added it.
oh,
It was a
okay.
9.
9. As far as you know, the world hasn't exploded.
Arcana
Wow.
check.
Yeah, you can make an Arcana check if you want to.
I'm fucking
Same roll.
Is it a 9 again?
yes.
As far as you can tell, the only thing magical about the scroll was the seal on it, which is now broken.
Okay.
Kruknuk does a religion check.
A religion check? All right, let's see it.
10.
10. As far as you know, there are many religions that say the world will blow up one day. You don't
Kruknuk
ascribe
says
to any of them.
Kruknuk says that this is a lot of baloney.
Very
Hey,
well.
Hey,
does the scroll that Krugnuck has, does it match? Does it connect?
The scroll that Mary
Good.
Jane has is something far older and more well kept. It was
Does-
definitely made with the purpose to keep through the ages.
So does it roll back up?
Yeah, it rolls back up.
Oh, so it's a good roll then. Are you telling me?
Are you gonna smoke this ancient scroll that might hold the secret to unlocking the mystery of this dungeon?
Imagine how it smells, dude.
It's a piece of paper.
It's old paper though.
Mary Jane,
Fucking dusty, bro.
Kruknuk will give you the map of the volcano upon completion of our quest.
Hey, wait, but what if there's
But does
an
it roll-
extra scrolly bit in the volcano?
Then we have more wrapping for when we save the world.
Rapping? No, we need the map to get to the volcano.
Once when we're done with the volcano
when you're
quest,
done.
yes.
I'm sorry, I
Upon
missed that part.
completion, yes.
I thought you were just gonna like give it to him now. Be like,
No, we
blaze
still
early,
need it.
bitch.
It's like when you guys are done arguing, you see burning the
You can light up with the lava.
That'd be au natural. As your lungs literally catch on fire as you breathe in the superheated air around the lava.
Hey, does anybody speak
Sulfurous
Dwarvish?
air.
What?
Sulfurous air.
That
speak
too.
celestial.
I speak Elvish, which is like a sister language.
Very different from Dwarvish.
Not in
They're about the
Tolkien
exact
verse.
opposite. They're the exact opposite.
God damn it.
Not
They
in the
have the
Tolkien
same
verse.
alphabet.
No, they do not. In
God damn it.
Tolkien verse, they have very different alphabets.
Is that
Rip.
Kruknut saying it?
Yes, it is. Kruknuk.
Kruknuk is a very
Kruknuk is a big J.R.R. Tolkien fan.
And he seems to speak normally when it.
J.R.R. Crokin.
Kroken.
Crockett.
Yeah.
J. Ribbit Ribbit. Jumping Ribbit Ribbit. Kroken is a.
All right, so are you guys gonna stay in the Mountain District or head back to Orifuge?
I'm walking my way back.
So you're staying in the mountain.
We should go to volcano.
Okay, fine.
You're just gonna make your way to the volcano without stopping in the town? Because you can.
Okay.
I mean,
If you really want to.
Who needs to store up on stuff? Not me. I'm full health.
Have I spent time attuning to my boots, my J's at all during the festivities?
Walking
yeah, you would
in
have had a
with
chance
those
to.
J's.
I think
Those
you have.
Jordans?
Okay.
So the Jays allow you to cast jump on yourself once a day.
If you come home
They're the
with
good
them
J's.
Air Maxes, those Jordans,
Hey.
homeboys gonna go like, get it.
Hey,
We made it fit, okay?
did I get to attune my special boy?
Your Your
special-
poison bong.
Your
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah, you did have 3 days at this castle to just
Oh, yeah.
party and do like nothing else.
It was
really.
3 days.
We're
That's-
gonna
you
party,
guys got-
party, join us, party, party, join us.
That's
join
why
us.
it was such a good reward for you guys. Was because you just got a party for 3 days at this super posh,
what?
free
Fair.
food party with as much alcohol as you could drink, and you took advantage of it.
Hell
Believe
yeah.
me.
Crucknuck still smells like a bar.
I can't drink.
All right, so the bong,
All of the special wood, or whatever we threw in you.
the bong. Good old Mary Jane. Let me find it. It's a little ways back in my notes here on the treasure. That's right. You've attuned to the mystic bong of poison.
Oh boy, poison. Just what has always been used in this campaign and has never failed ever.
It gives you an extra 2d6 damage when you use poison spray.
That's kind of ridiculous.
Or does it?
If you ever find something
yeah,
that's
yeah.
not
hate
immune to
I
poison,
hate you. You're gonna give me like all the poison buffs, and every enemy we'll encounter is immune to it. Give me like a plus D100. Be like,
and then the one
Oh,
enemy
it's
who isn't resistant, you won't even think to make the
You gotta-
attack.
yeah, I'll be so.
I rolled a
conditioned.
12, so you get a plus D12.
What? No. All right. Anyways, that's what that
Now
does.
he gets a plus D15.
Those
I
laws
will say
exist.
that
Hey, you get a plus D12 again.
it's not how any of this works.
Or is it?
No, it's
No.
not
Crucknuck
how this
disagrees.
works. I will say that Jedediah and Frizzrog had a great time at the party
Yay!
too.
Oh, I'm so
yeah.
happy.
Are they friends?
I think Frizzrog and Jedediah are pretty good
Hey,
friends.
Is Frizzrock still wearing his hat?
Of course.
Yay! Oh, that makes me so happy.
hey, did the little frog tadpoles grow up at all after 3 days?
Not a ton, but you did care for them. They'll take like a month to grow up.
Okay. Hey,
That's-
Wow, it's
that's
gonna
one
take us
thing
forever to get there.
You
Hey,
might
wait.
want to do
3
before
days is 1/10 of the month. So they should grow like 1/10 of the way.
they grow a little bit, I guess.
Not 1/10 of the way. That means they got nubs for arms. Okay. Please.
That's what you really want.
I want the nub arms.
All right. That might be one thing to stop in town for, though. You are carrying these tadpoles
true.
in a relatively fragile container, and a treacherous journey through the mountains might not be the best. You could leave them at the end down there, or maybe Tom will be there to
Is,
take care of
is
it.
Herbert still here?
Wait.
Did
I've
she
got,
already leave on
Let me
teleporter?
check real fast.
I've got
They're
a
probably still
great
there.
idea. How about we craft tadpole armor?
She
for
was
them?
kind.
Like, you know when they grow the weird.
Herbier's still there.
You know the
She's
weird.
like getting ready to go.
You know
I
the
call.
weird
I try
teenager
and
phase?
call and catch up to her.
Okay,
Rip
okay.
Shane.
While Crucknuck's
Well, you don't have
running
any
up to
fire.
Herbert, what
have
is
a
this
great idea.
tadpole armor?
Dude, so you know when they're
Yeah,
in the
an
weird
18.
tadpole teenager phase where they have like the legs and the arms, but they still have their tail and their spherical head? We need armor in that phase.
They're gonna grow out of it like immediately.
No,
It'll be like buying clothes for a
week.
toddler.
It's like a week.
So you're gonna spend like good money on plate mail for
I've
these
got
things?
good money.
All right. While Mary Jane takes a big ol' puff on his casting implement and tells Bruggen his masterful plan
Yes.
for tadpole armor, Crucknuck, you do catch up to Herbert, who's just about to step on the teleportation platform.
I roll up with Jedediah in tow and I say, Herbert, can you do me a favor?
What is it?
Isn't Herbert the gnome girl that?
Halfling girl
A
that
halfling
gave
girl.
you the tour.
Oh, what is it?
well, what is it? Is that better? I forgot
what
what her
is
accent
it?
was.
It's just funny.
All right.
I say, these are my children, but we are going into a dungeon in a volcano, and I lick my eyeball.
What's
And I
Jeff's name again?
don't remember. I don't think I ever asked her name.
She had a name. Noggle.
Noggle.
Crucknuck definitely didn't remember.
Oh,
Wow, rude.
fucking.
Stole her kids.
It was a ruse to get the children.
Oh, the patriarchy wins again.
Anyways, Crucknuck goes, This is their
Strikes
food, and
again.
I give her. I just like start plopping things. in there.
Herbert's like, I see. Well then,
And
after you've like given her everything,
And I say, and this is 25 gold for your trouble.
well, I suppose I'm not doing that much. All right, they'll be in the mayor's office. I'll keep them well fed. These are the instructions, right? She says, holding up the care instructions.
Yeah.
It's like,
Do we have any photos of ourselves?
what?
So they could imprint. They could just like look at our
Oh.
faces.
What if they imprint to Harbear?
No, that's what I don't want. I want photos of us on their bowl at all times.
But
I
we
stick
don't
my
even
tongue
have
in the water
cameras.
and I lick them both a little bit as they leave.
We could get portraits.
Did you guys write down the names of these tadpoles?
I didn't.
There's 2 of them, right?
One is
Yeah.
Crucknock.
No.
No!
There was a ledger that had their names on it, and I think I still have them in my notes. Let's see. It is...
I'll know which ones we
Oh,
took.
it was Grungles, Woggy, Floppy, and Jen. I think you took Grungles and
Grungles.
Woggy.
Groggles.
Yeah, that sounds right.
All right.
So glad.
Harbear kind of shakily steps onto the platform as she's carrying a load of stuff meant to be carried on Jedediah, except she's one halfling. She kind of gives you a faint elbow wave, since that's about all she can manage, before the teleportation circle lights up and she's zapped back to the Orifuge.
Wait. Can we get like portraits? Can we get portraits?
Just immediately before she heads back, you're gonna get like a portrait that takes like half a day or more to paint.
I already
Yeah,
had
yeah, you
one.
can do that real fast.
real quick, like. I got magic, right?
I kissed my
painting
babies. I've given them my
You'll just
frog
have to hurry
mucus.
back to the Orifuge
They will
as
remember
fast
me.
as possible. And hope Harbear doesn't charge overtime.
There was no discussion of conditions of time.
It was all up front.
All right, so what do you guys want to do? Are you gonna head down to the town and see if Tom is in the shop there, as Tom's shop seems to be in every town?
Yes, absolutely.
Crucknock supposes.
Brugan?
Hey man, we got like the Gile Beli thing and that cool ring. Like, what else he's got? Probably like.
You could also probably find a dwarf there, as the mountain district is predominantly dwarfs, and you still don't know what the poem on the side of the map reads.
And it's my favorite terrain.
Mountains.
Yay!
Yay! That means she has advantage.
Yes? Do I get advantage on survival rules?
On survival rolls to find food and make it through the terrain, yes.
Yeah.
I think she should just have advantage.
On what?
She should just have advantage.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's good. That's balanced.
As long as she's in the mountains.
As we're walking
It's
through
like with
towards
my
the town,
goats.
I kind of just go, "Did the mayor give you our reward?"
Yes. How much did we say for him?
20 gold.
20.
Or
Here's
you
your
could give him
20.
10.
No.
And it was actually 2.
Crucknock thanks you for your honesty.
How do you know we're honest? What if we give you more gold? Actually, we give you a lot more gold. That's all of our.
My
share. Can you
wisdom
give it
is
back?
infinite.
He is the wisest of the bullywugs. All right. The trail
Metagamer.
that leads
He's
down
metagaming.
from the castle into the town is a winding road that travels along the rocky paths of the mountain. Eventually, though, you see where the town is located. It seems to be in a giant strip mine at the base of one of the mountains. The houses are
Is there
set
a cover
up.
charge to this strip mine?
Is there what?
Is there an entrance fee to this strip mine?
No.
Do they ID check?
Crucknock, get your mind out of the swamp.
IDs. What are IDs anyway? Crazy frog.
The houses of the town are
What's
carved.
the Crazy Frog song?
The houses of this town are carved into the walls of the mine itself, placed along the very edge. A small little path winds its way down around the edge of it into the center, where you can see that there are larger buildings, shops, and also a big mine entrance. Once you guys reach down there, you can see some dwarves milling about and a whole bunch of other races. There seem to be dragonborns, Goliaths, half-orcs. They all most of them carry pickaxes or some kind of mining equipment and seem to be going to and fro between the buildings. From what you can see, the buildings in here there is Tom's shop. You would recognize the regal design of this building anywhere.
Beautiful.
It's the same as it was in Orifuge and in the town of Wooddraw.
Same as it ever was.
Same as it ever was.
was.
There's a blacksmith with smoke pouring from its chimney. There's a basic goods store, and then there's a mining shop. Yeah, mining shop slash, what do you call a place that gives cash for gold, and vice versa?
Cash for gold.
Well, like it's like a
you
trading
know.
center, not a trading center.
What are those brothers called? You always saw the commercials for them. Sorry.
Oh,
It was just cash for gold.
Cash for gold.
Just
yeah,
cash
it's-
for gold.
Yeah, cash for gold.
it's a basic goods shop and a cash, or the mining shop is a mining shop and a cash for gold shop.
Cash for gold. It's that brand too, from our world.
Yeah.
Cash for gold.
Not sponsored.
We only really have gold as cash.
Yeah. Wait. What
What
other
is this?
currency?
Well, like ore for gold. How about that?
Okay.
Or for gold.
Ore for gold.
Well, what if I have gold
Hey.
ore?
Well, they'll give you usable money.
Which
can't
is
use-
still gold.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it's just punched into like official
currency.
coins. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why can't I use my ores?
It's a bit of a
You
silly
don't have
standard
any
if you think
ore to
about it.
begin
Yeah,
with.
yeah, ores for gold. This is a terrible.
It's a
place.
bad exchange rate.
Yeah, that's
Well,
bad.
you don't even know the exchange rate.
I mean, unless the amount of gold is equal to the amount of gold in a single gold coin, like
It might be.
if
They
it
might
is,
not even be mining gold in this mine. They're probably mining more coal and
such
like
a waste of time.
Yeah.
steel ore to make necessities for living in the
You know,
ore
where
I
fields.
think at that rate, a barter system would be in place.
Yeah, where did the gold come from anyway? Like from all the people who dropped in their pockets? Just like if we don't have a gold mine, where did it come from?
With all the people who fall into this thing, the economy must be in the toilet. They only have
Yeah.
so much gold. Apparently, trees don't grow here, so.
Right, and then like, do you? Gold must be really common here. It's like kind of lost its purpose as a currency.
A few dwarves that are wandering by grumble in agreement. Like, yeah, economy's down in the hole.
I have labor unions for these dwarfs.
After discussing some
Any guilds? Like,
socioeconomic things going on in this strange world you're in, what shop do you want to go to?
It seems that I haven't taken a hit recently, so
Tom, just
I'm a
Tom.
bit more sober than usual.
This is Jedediah talking. This is Jedediah talking.
The internal monologue of Jedediah the donkey.
And then me, who hasn't taken a hit in a while. This is sober.
Oh,
Saint
it's
Mary.
sober Mary Jane again. So, basic goods store, the mining shop, blacksmith, and Tom's shop.
Tom shop, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Going up to Tom's shop, you see that it is indeed open.
Yo.
You walk
Hey.
in, a small bell jingling, and the friendly figure of Tom sits behind the counter with a great white
yeah.
beard and his maroon shirt. He says, "Welcome again, heroes."
Hey,
I have-
Santa.
What?
I
My
mean,
name is Tom.
Tom.
I have a wonderful selection of goods lined up for
Tom
you today.
Claus.
We found out his last name. Do we get?
Tom Claus.
Oh.
Ah!
We found his real name, so that means we get free stuff, right?
Afraid
We
not.
gain power over him.
Yeah.
no.
We gained power.
I knew he was a demon.
It's not
Yep.
my real name.
What is your real name?
Why would I tell you that?
Because you love us.
I mean,
So
I
you
do,
are-
but
So you are a demon?
no.
You love. He just said you love.
He loves us.
Would you like to see the deals today, or just try to figure out my true name, which may take a while?
Porque no los dos, dude.
Is Tom in your real name?
Is Tom what?
In your real name?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Is it part
Maybe
of?
not.
Stupid
Oh,
ass.
the dumbass.
Mott.
Anyways,
Odom.
I have some.
Omt.
Timo.
Well, bullywog. It seems
MTO.
that you are here for magical items and not to
Mattel.
find out my
Made to
name.
order.
Jim.
MTO Claus.
If none of you are here for items,
Omt.
Krunk
My
Knock
name
is here for
is-
items.
my name is Tom, and that is all you need to know.
Krunk Knock is here for
Santa
items.
Claus.
You can call me that if you wish.
All right, let's do it. Sam Tom Claus. So what you got in the store today?
Well, I'll give first pick to this lovely bullywog who was kind of more polite than the rest of you.
I lick my eye and then I
what
like
I didn't say any
start
of
to
that.
stick my tongue on
not the
like
one-
into my
What?
nose hole. I'm like picking my nose with my tongue as he's saying it.
We're not the one keeping secrets.
You know who deserves first pick? Frizzrog.
Jedediah.
Tell him the items. Frizzrog.
Jedediah.
Frizzrog has a little wizard's hat.
Jedediah carries all of my crap.
Frizzrog came from
You stole him.
you stole 2 tadpole children. I stole a
I
tiny
earned
little
my
frog.
children.
Did I not earn Frizzrog?
Asimar, since these two are arguing, perhaps I can show you today's
Yeah,
stock.
dude, lay it on me.
All right.
We're never gonna get it.
For today,
Never
I
gonna
have for
get it.
you a lovely Amulet of fire shielding,
Never
he says
gonna
as he
get it,
pulls a
never
blanket
gonna
off a
get
little
it,
pedestal
never
to
gonna
reveal a
get
small
it.
amulet. This interesting artifact,
Oh!
Does it shield from fire?
indeed it does.
Wow. I'm
Once
like
a day?
smart or something.
Once a day, you can take half damage from a fire attack, and on your next attack, you'll add bonus damage equal to the damage prevented.
Wow.
That's pretty epic, dude.
It
That's
is
dope.
100 gold. My second item for you is this reforming ice chunk, perfect for your drinks. After melting, it will reform back to its original state,
What if
and
we
then
drink
begin to
In
melt.
our
again.
stomachs.
Perhaps in your stomachs.
Oh, after how long does
Or
it
in our
reform?
throat.
What?
After how long does it reform?
It reforms in seconds.
How can we split it?
Like
So,
eat
like-
half of it.
No. So like if you melt it and then like
That's
It
her
will always
splitting
reform
motion.
to its original state. The water that either it will reform from the water that's been liquid, from the water that it melted into, or if the water has been separated, the water may simply disappear and the ice cube will reappear in its original place.
evaporate? Even if we evaporate all of the water?
Well, I suppose that would be one way to destroy the artifact.
No!
No.
What if we add more water to it?
It won't freeze back into that. It freezes back into its original state. It can't get bigger or smaller.
Okay, so what if you shatter it? Is it like the biggest piece that reforms?
No, it reforms into its original state.
Well, then the other pieces just fly back onto it.
No, they melt. It only reforms once every piece of it is melted, or the whole thing is melted.
Okay, so how about
It's 50 gold.
we shatter it, spray it on some hot guy, it melts all over him, and then it reforms and it's like crushes his face or something.
Well, it's not that big. It's only like this big. He
Hey,
holds
that's
up.
that's
It's
like
like
someone's-
softball sized.
That's like someone's head. That's pretty big.
You could crush someone's hand.
Yeah. What if we told him to hold this water and the water's like surrounding it and it reforms and like his hand is ice now?
It has interesting applications. I
Alright.
must say these are quite good ideas. My third and final item for you is this, he says, gesturing to a larger pedestal or a larger curtain. It is one of my finest items I've ever come across, and I think you'll enjoy
Crocknuts
it
eyes
very
and
much.
It's a Glock.
Behold,
It's just a gun behind the curtain.
It's just a pistol.
We
I'd like
like
to say too, the curtain is like 6 feet tall, so it's a really big Glock.
it's like a regular sized Glock just behind a really big curtain.
No! It's an ostrich with a Glock for a head.
Yes.
A Glock stridge.
No, it's not that. Whatever that would be. He pulls aside the curtain, saying, "Behold, Jeb, the living scarecrow." It's a scarecrow made of straw. It kind of blinks at you.
Does he want a skull? Hey, dude, I have a skull.
I have a skull.
Jeb is 2 gold.
Oh.
He's evil. Can we talk to him?
He's evil.
He doesn't talk that much. To be honest, I've just kind of wanted to get rid of him for a while. He's been
'Cause
clogging up space.
Evil.
No, he's fine. He's just a scarecrow.
Does he talk?
Crocknuck says we already have something that has a J-E at the beginning of his name. He pets Jedediah.
What if it's a J-A? It's just
It's
spelled dumb.
jab.
But it's like, you know, fucking in Arrested Development,
Oh, like
Job,
Job.
but it's Gob. Except it's spelled Gob. It's
Well, his name is actually George Oscar Bluth.
Job. Gob.
It's like GIF.
G-O-R-B.
So does
No.
he talk?
It's not fucking GIF.
I've heard him
No, that's
speak
but it's similar
on very
in
rare
application.
occasions, but he doesn't say much.
So he doesn't choose to speak, kind of like Michael Myers.
Hey, can we charm him? Who has the highest charisma?
I think it
I
would
can
be
assure you that Jeb is not evil. He's just a scarecrow that's
No,
alive.
but somebody get some words out
But
of him.
what if
wanna
I
get
like
what-
crows?
Hey, no, wait, hold on.
What?
Look,
What if
Mugen,
I like
he doesn't
crows?
speak.
He doesn't really
but he
have
can't
any
speak.
ill
He chooses
feel-
not to, just like
feelings
Michael
towards them.
Myers.
He's
don't
just
know
a
who that
scarecrow.
is.
It's the Halloween dude who goes.
No, Crocknuck nods at
Mugen
him.
doesn't know
He
who
says,
Michael Myers
"Are you
is."
cool?"
He's a scary dude.
And he just rolls like a trying to get him to talk
How does-
check.
how
That means
does
he's
Saint
evil.
Mary
I'm just
know
saying-
Hold
that-
on.
know who Michael Myers is?
I get a lot of knowledge. From certain methods.
To 21.
To 21 to say, are you cool to the Scarecrow?
Yeah.
Scarecrow nods.
Hey,
Hey.
hot check.
On the
Hot
Scarecrow?
check.
Yes.
Hot check.
I roll for NPCs.
17.
That doesn't count. That's your roll.
Crocknock throws
So
2
do
gold
I
at Tom
update
without
my
even looking
hot
at
check
Tom.
to 17?
You can come with us.
It's
Oh,
17.
he rolled a 7. Yo,
It's a handsome looking Scarecrow. He's pretty built.
He's chiseled, huh?
Tom catches the 2 gold and says, "Thanks for taking him off my hands." You tie Jeb to your back. He's just kind of like he's a war banner, except a Scarecrow.
I put him on
That
Jedediah.
Does he have any
Okay.
parts that he doesn't want to keep? Like foot or something?
What?
Doesn't really. Okay. I should probably describe the Scarecrow. He's literally a pair of pants, a shirt, a hat, and like 2 beady little eyes,
But
and then
where's
just
the
straw.
Okay.
Straw is stuffed into the shirt, the pants, and the hat.
Hey,
what
man,
can he-
I take some of your straw?
What?
And he just kind of turns towards you and blinks.
What
what can
we'll be
you-
on the road. I'm gonna need to replenish my fire.
His eyes kind of widen a little bit, and he kind of shakes his head no.
Hey man, I mean, like, if you're not gonna do anything useful, the most useful thing would be is like firewood.
No. He's cool.
So. Well, what can you do? What can you do, Scarecrow?
He shakes around and does a little jig.
It's kind of dumb. Yeah, I think.
Wait, let's see how dumb it is, all right? Let's see
Let's
it.
see how dumb this dance is.
Jig check,
Jig check.
19.
Oh,
It's
That's
a handsome jig.
It's a really nice jig.
I guess I'm a little around.
Like, you say,
Crocknock, wisest of the bullywugs. Jeb, handsomest of the scarecrows. And Jedediah, most intelligent of the donkey.
like you say,
Are
you say,
we stuff?
Are we stuff?
In training, says Crocknock.
so Jeb kind
Highest
of
of the Asimar.
Jeb kind of showed you up
Cast
when you asked him if
ironist
he could
of
do anything.
Stupid.
Couldn't think of anything, I'm sorry.
So I guess we gotta let our guard down. Now that he just gave us one of the best jigs I've seen in my life.
Literally one of the best.
Can we go to the blacksmith next?
No,
Do you not want
wait.
any of the
I
other
want,
items here?
I want the amulet thing.
The fire shielding?
Yeah.
100 gold.
That's all my gold. Let's go.
All right. He
Let's
happily
go.
takes your
Let's
gold
go.
and gives you the amulet of fire shielding.
Hell yeah.
So once a day, you can block half the damage from a fire attack, and then for your next melee attack, you'll deal bonus damage equal to the damage prevented. And does no one want the reforming ice chunk?
Sorry.
That shit sounds dope though. I'm out of gold.
Very well.
Well, how much is it?
50.
Shit, I'll cop. Oh.
You come. Oh yeah, shit.
Do you give it to Mary Jane or do you keep it?
No, I'll give it to Mary Jane.
Hi.
Unlimited.
I'm like fire and ice. That's
What's the fire? Oh.
yeah.
You just sold us the item.
Tom, you.
No, I was
idiot.
gonna say what's the fire, and then I read. No, that's Bruggen that has the fire.
What? I have the amulet. I just bought it.
Oh,
that's why I
the
can't
fire.
buy the ice thing.
That's fair. The amulet itself, it doesn't produce fire.
Well, it
it
can.
does. It does when
Yeah.
it.
And it absorbs fire.
Okay, yeah, you're like fire and ice.
Yeah, I'm like that one dude that
And
everyone knows
poison.
about. And poison. I'm
Fire,
like all
ice,
the
and
elements.
poison.
I'm all the elements.
You stuff the ice chunk
All
in your
you
pocket.
need is candy.
I was going to say tetanus.
Is that the next element?
Yes, it is. Well, in Adventure Time.
Be the
'cause
tetanus
third
wizard.
element is slime,
That's true.
which is kind of poisonous.
Kind of poison. So does it
Unless
melt
it's
in my
just, like,
pocket
gel.
Yeah,
forever?
it melts in your pocket, and then you can feel it reform, and then start to melt again. So your
Wait,
leg is
so-
continually in a state of being wet and then dry, but always cold.
But always cold. Wait, so
That
it
will
doesn't
be useful
produce,
in the volcano.
It doesn't like produce forever water. It just reuses the water. That's lame.
What if it gets dirty?
Yeah, what if it gets dirty?
Crocknock says that's pretty unsanitary.
Hey, you know what you can do?
And if Crocknock says that it's
I mean,
unsanitary.
it reforms without any of the imperfections that were in the water.
How dare you?
Every time it melts, it reforms.
So
to
if
its
you drop it,
Do
if
what?
you drop it and then put it back in your pocket, you get dirt all over the inside of your pocket.
Yeah, but the ice doesn't get that dirty.
Wait.
till it melts again.
I want it so like it melts and it comes back and the water on the floor is still on the floor.
Hey,
No, that'd just be everlasting water.
Yeah, I
don't
want
get
to
that.
break
No.
physics.
I have a question. If you had some like
It's
really,
already breaking physics.
I have a question. If you had some like really McFucking
more
nasty
chemistry.
earwax, and you put
Then
the
physics.
It's more
the
like
ice,
breaking
Is this a
thermodynamics.
question for Tom?
Here.
Oh no.
That's
'Cause it's-
chemistry.
You put the ice on your ear and you let it melt, and it reformed. Would it take the earwax with it?
No. When the when the ice reforms, it reforms back to its perfect original state without anything that the water got in it or anything like that.
So
No,
where,
but like,
what origin does it reform at? Is it just at the biggest chunk? Is that its origin point? Like that's where it reforms?
I think you've got some leeway on where it reforms.
Okay, so my will can influence it.
Yeah, a little bit. It's a
I
strange magical
want it.
artifact.
You know,
If you want it to reform, it reforms in the easiest place possible, probably. But
what? Oh, then I can't do cool shit.
you can if you force your magic on it. You can use Arcana to manipulate its reforming.
I'm
Let
not
it
very.
melt into someone's nose and then plug it out.
Yeah, then they can't breathe anymore. See, I'm not very archaic. I'm pretty wise and nature-y.
Well, maybe
Are
you
you
can
the
find a way
wisest?
to use it
No,
like
you
using
are.
your nature power.
I am the wisest. I have 18 wisdom. That's a +4, bitch.
I hate that.
In Kruknock's book, 11 is the wisest.
It goes up and then down like a 10. It's the chocolate scale.
All right, so
Just Jason.
Tom thanks you for your business and waves you goodbye as you've bought them all out of items.
Bye.
He
Thank
does
you.
say, "Come back soon in whatever town you find me next."
Do you actually want us
Fat
back?
chance.
Phantom Claus?
You're a good business.
But that's about it, huh?
And that's, I suppose, you're a little fun to hang around.
Yay!
In
Hang
limited
around.
quantities, of course. Now please get out of my shop.
Bye, bitch.
And there she
Love you.
was. Love you.
Love you, birds.
Love you. Okay, moving on.
All right, you leave Tom's shop. You're still in the Mountain District. Did you want to check out the blacksmith's forge?
Yes, so we could craft
Yes, please.
armor for Tadpole.
Well, not only
Tadpoles.
that.
Well, just one tadpole?
Tadpoles,
The other one doesn't get any armor?
Grungles and Woggy both get.
they get twin suit armor, so like they're
All right.
both in one.
You head over to the blacksmith. It's a stout building, and as you walk in, you can hear the sound of hammering. You look in to see two massive figures, each hammering away on a piece
Hammering?
of metal at an anvil. They look up as you enter. It is a half-orc and a Goliath that stand there. The Goliath says, "How can I help you?"
Hi, I want to make a safe compartment for my pet frog.
How big is your frog?
I take off my head and I show them my frog.
First of all, he's a little disturbed when you take off your head.
Should roll a
Thirdly, he's a
constitution.
little bit more disturbed that there's a frog inside your head. But Frizzrog is kind of cute, and he likes him.
Frizzrog is really cute. How
Oh,
fucking
absolutely.
dare
Yeah,
you?
kind of. Are you kidding me? Cute roll. Cute roll.
Frizzrog gets a +5.
A 9. Can I? Does he get advantage because
Advantage.
of the hat?
I guess
Yeah.
he's not really cute right now because he's just been living inside your head. He's a little dried out, I think.
No, we need water. Oh wait, I'm gonna throw
No,
my
but I
ice
have
in
the
there.
great herbs. I have the herbs and the water. I could get.
I'm gonna throw my ice in there.
That'll just freeze him.
Well, now
It's cold water.
But-
Oh, see,
she's
no,
has a
he got an
burning.
unnatural 20.
But it's constantly melting.
Anyways, I can build your
No,
compartment.
look, he can. I got.
It's
15
having no
right-
detriment to his health right now. He just doesn't look as cute as he could.
He's usually a 20.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's usually a 20.
Usually a nat 20
Yeah.
on cuteness. Anyways, the Goliath says, "What kind of holding chamber were you thinking of? A purse? Something that attaches to your armor? Something to fit inside your kettle?"
I don't know if I want it in my kettle because, like, I use my kettle to boil tea. But I also don't want it in my limbs because that seems a little high risk.
You should
'cause
have
you
it
could
like
get hit.
perched on your shoulder like a parrot, but it's a frog.
I do have a cup. No, but that's close to the fire. What if it's underneath? What if it's in my belly?
And your belly's where your forge is.
No, my chest is where my forge is.
Okay.
Like a fanny pack.
It'll probably be really hot under your forge.
Oh no, never mind then. Well, where do you think is the safest place?
I would say a separate compartment, either hanging on your backpack, in your backpack, or somewhere. Perhaps in your pants. On your pants.
I don't have pants.
Hanging,
Oh, I do have pants.
hanging from your. Never mind.
Yes, I would like something like that. Something to keep him safe.
All right. Well, I'll see what I can make up. It'll take a while to make it, but I'm sure me and my boyfriend will be able to make it.
Ooh,
Hell yeah.
Yes, we'll get right on it.
what are their names?
Well, the Goliath says my name is Stock, and
Stock.
my friend over there is Grant.
Stock and Grant.
So
Grant
who's
Stock. Stock Grant.
who's the femme top?
Stupid!
Does anyone else want anything here?
Crocknut
Completely
goes up with
ignored.
Jedediah and says, "Do you have a helmet for my war horse?"
Your donkey.
I could make
war
a helmet
horse?
for your donkey.
My war horse.
Yes, your war horse. I don't have one readily available, but I could take measurements and probably fix something rudimentary up.
I need something ornate.
Ornate. That would be a little bit more expensive. We're talking around 50 gold for an ornate headpiece.
Only 50
Also,
gold.
Do you
for
have a
Frizzrock's
9?
container is 20 gold.
Do you have a 90 gold
yes,
option?
I accept.
You should make the Frizzrog container spiked and plate mail.
Spiked plate mail
Yeah.
frog chamber.
And it has auto turrets.
What are auto turrets?
It's like giant crossbows that shoot up and aim on their own.
Just turn Frizzrog into the ultimate weapon.
just
Put him on
Hammond.
the tetanus sword.
Yeah. Oh, and and it should be gyroscope, so that if you rotate it, he's still staying perfectly level.
Oh,
Frizzrog is the final
It's just
boss.
Hammond.
Yeah, straight up. Make
God.
a Hammond suit for
For
Frizzrog.
Frizzrog. You want a 90 gold headpiece for your donkey. Warhorse.
Yes.
but you won't even have armor to match.
Just the headpiece.
All I need is Jedediah's safety.
Well,
I know myself,
But
and that is as
donkeys-
wise as I can be.
He's like not even the fights.
the head isn't even the place where you can get hurt the most.
it will take a little while to
Or
make
the
something
most
that
often.
ornate, but I'll be able to do it. Give me 2 days. Maybe 3.
I will take that deal.
And for you, Asimar,
The helmet will protect his wisdom.
Oh wait, the Geli Beli turns into a
Won't
rat.
protect yours.
just a big giant rat. But only for 1 to
My
4
wisdom
hours.
is
But then it
everlasting.
turns back into a normal gummy, right?
Yeah.
Does it turn back into a rat?
No, it's just a gummy after that.
and then you eat it. You eat your friend.
No. Oh, how about we make
Covered in dirt and like possibly
Disease,
blood.
blood.
Yeah.
Tetanus.
I would never use the tetanus sword on a Geli Beli Gumai rat trap. Friend.
how
The
about we give-
Goliath is looking very confused at this point.
how about we make armor for Jed?
Oh,
Jedediah.
Mr. Scarecrow Man.
Jeb.
Jeb.
Armor for the scarecrow?
Yes.
Oh, that will be much easier. I've actually got some armor on hand if you want.
For scarecrows?
Well, he's just a man-sized scarecrow.
Oh, he's that big. How?
He's just a normal scarecrow. He's,
He's
taller.
huge on top of
Yeah, yeah, it's really
It's just
silly.
a person size on a donkey. It's not that silly.
Oh, I thought it was on
your
you.
back.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, it is on Jed.
No, I put it on Jedediah.
Okay.
Wow.
But we've got scale mail, plate mail, though that's a little expensive. We've got leather armor. What were you looking at?
Chainmail.
I will.
Scale
I can
mail.
give him my leather armor next level. I'm gonna subclass into barbarian and shed myself of armor.
Chainmail.
What was that?
Metagaming.
Metagaming.
Chainmail.
How about I give you my?
straw mail?
How about I give you
Give him a
my
helmet.
amulet
Just give
and you
him a
give
helmet.
him the gyroscopic spiked plate
for
cage?
the scarecrow.
Yeah,
The auto turret.
just like man
What you're asking
sized.
here is a dwarvish master contraption,
Yeah.
probably incapable of being made in even the finest dwarven minds.
I'll give you my amulet.
I couldn't make it even if I wanted to.
I'll
Well,
give you
got
3.
your boyfriend.
Our love can accomplish much together. I will try.
Oh yeah.
But you want it for Jeb, this gyroscopic battle sphere.
Yeah, I mean just like man-sized.
I could make it a lot better for Frizzrog, should you want it.
You know, I'll
Frizzrock.
commission for Frizzrock. Let's do it.
For my babies.
Yes. Oh wait.
They will be taller than me.
Only one of these battle spheres would
Frizzrog.
I ever have the materials to make. Would we ever have the materials to make?
Frizzrog.
Yeah,
No.
yeet.
We must
Wait,
give
can we
both
make
of
it
my
for
children
Grungles?
grungles.
He'll grow out of it so fast.
No,
N- make it like
at
4
his full size.
4 feet tall.
That'd be big enough for Kruknuk to get in.
Be too big for Kruknuk. Be about a foot too big.
I can. I will say, this machine you're asking will cost 1,000 gold to make.
How about my amulet?
Your amulet was worth 100.
I have 3 amulets.
That's 400.
That is 400.
We're getting closer. Perhaps you can find.
We will try our best to give you the gold.
All right.
The gold.
All right,
units.
guys, we
I will
spent.
take your amulets now as collateral. Then.
Fair enough.
Kruknuk looks at his battle trophies and he says, "For my babies."
All right. So the Goliath collects your amulets and puts them away for safekeeping.
I'm so glad. Oh
and
wait,
you guys-
that means I can turn into like the size of them with some sort of animal, and I can control it.
Oh, Kruknuk goes, "Can you make this sword everlasting?"
The tetanus sword.
No.
As sturdy as any other.
The blacksmith looks at this sword that you like take out and half
It's
of the blade
dripping in
falls
poison.
off.
It has the multicolored grung poison on
Oh,
it
God.
too.
Oh, he'd
It
kill
has-
him the moment he touches it.
You like bring out this thing and just the smell of it is enough to drive the Goliath away. Just like put that cursed object away. There's no hope for it.
Kruknuk puts it away.
Maybe an enchanter.
An enchanter.
Yeah.
I think you need to find a necromancer.
So we're saving.
Are you
Caitlin-
sleeping, Brew, again?
Caitlin, we
No.
are saving all of our funds just to make Gruggles the most powerful being on this earth.
Okay.
What if
Yes.
Grungles wields the tetanus sword and the battle sphere?
Our beautiful daughter.
Wait, so it's
The tetanus sword is for Wagi.
With
has an
3
auto-
dads.
It has an auto turret, right? It's gonna have an auto turret.
Probably. Well, I'll try to make an auto turret.
A
Three
Wanda
weird
fireball.
uncle dads.
A Wanda fireball mounted on the gyrosphere.
Wand of magic missile.
Oh yes, that's the auto. Yep, there you go. That's actually the closest thing you can get to an auto turret.
Well, I won't be able to do much in the magical category, but I can make the actual device. Perhaps an enchanter or some kind of wizard would be able to give you the auto
Sounds
fire
good.
features.
If you slot it, there we go.
I'll leave a space open for it.
Hell yeah.
Suddenly, you guys hear something outside the blacksmith's forge. Ruigan, wake up.
I'm awake. I'm boiling.
What?
But not actually.
You hear some yelling and screaming coming from outside. Not like that.
No,
They're more
it's like-
screams of
it's-
terror and sounds of fighting.
I know how it sounds like.
Kruknuk
Oh.
leaps outside with a mighty rivet. And I pull my warhammer.
All right. As you guys quickly make your way outside, you can see that the square is in chaos. The 4 shops surround the mine entrance, and right now people are running about. Dwarves, orcs, and everyone are running about as invaders are stalking among them.
Oh my god, invaders.
Right now, you're at the blacksmith
Like little
shop.
green men?
Directly in front of the blacksmith shop is the mining shop. To your left is Tom's shop, and then diagonally across from the mine is the basic goods store. In the middle of all of that is the mine, where 5 fiery figures have stepped out and are wreaking chaos.
Ouch.
You recognize them as fire newts,
Fire news.
amphibious creatures that dwell in hot places.
Why do we
And
always have to fight amphibians? They're the best things on this planet.
They're,
Yeah, Hans, what's up?
Why do you hate?
they're
Hans
only
likes
technically
amphibians.
amphibians.
Why do you
they breathe
hate
lava
amphibians?
pretty much. I love amphibians. That's why I include them.
But you have us kill them.
Well, yeah, but it's better to have them in the campaign than not at all. Anyways, roll for initiative as the fire
All
newts
right.
screech with a war cry.
I screech with my own war cry.
14.
Keep track of them for me for a sec.
Oh,
19.
We got some good ass.
I got a
rolls.
14. Woo!
All right. The Fire Newts got a 15.
Oh, did they?
Oh no, they got an 8.
Ha!
All right. What did you get again, Brewigan?
14.
14 for Brewigan. Mary Jane.
21. 21.
Ooh.
21.
And Krucknuck.
19.
19. All right. Mary Jane, you are the first to react. Your reflexes granting you the first round of combat. What do you do? Right
know
now,
what
you're right in front of the blacksmith. The mine itself is about your full movement speed away. It's about 30 feet away. There are 2 fire newts on the other side of the mine that are outside your range right now. There's 2 directly in front of the mine, and then there's 1 a little closer to the blacksmith shop that's stalking closer to you.
Are they susceptible to poison damage?
I was about to test that.
Make a perception check, or actually no, make a nature check. I think
10.
10. You don't know.
Hey, do I know?
No, you'd have to make a check too
Can I make a check?
on your turn. What are you doing, Mary Jane?
I'm gonna run up to them. I'm excited with my brand new spanking
Spanking.
quarterstaff, special quarterstaff, and I'm gonna take
Drop
a
your ice cube
mad-
on him.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a mad slurp and test out my poison spray.
All right. I will say, you see, as you approach, the fire newts all wear a strange amulet around their neck.
Does it match ours?
Do not tell me they're like poison amulets. I will cry if they absorb half the damage and they take. Oh no, you know what? Fuck it. We're gonna do it. All right.
All right. Your poison spray encircles the fire newt that you rush up to, and it takes a deep breath. It has to survive a Constitution saving throw, right?
Yeah.
What's your spell save?
Is it still 13?
Probably.
How does it raise?
Drop die don't count.
Oh yeah.
How does
let
it
me-
raise?
It rolls a 7 plus 1, so 8. It does not succeed. Roll for damage as poison spray,
It's 2d12.
as it coughs amid the side effect of your bomb.
Technically 2d6.
And then what?
And
Oh,
the
and then
D12.
plus 2d6, right?
Yeah.
Oh, baby. That's 3. That's 5. That's 9. 10. 10 damage.
10 damage.
total.
Dead.
The fire newt coughs horrendously, but not as much as it should.
Yeah, that was kind of a weak rolls.
Dead.
Well, not only that.
Oh no.
Yeah, you can see the
No.
amulet around its neck glowing green a little bit, but
Why-
you still managed to afflict it.
Wouldn't
Why
it grow
do they
purple?
need these amulets?
I thought poison's green because
Acid
green
is green.
dragons. No, black dragons spew acid.
Yeah.
And green dragons have poison.
Why do
He's
they
using
have
poison
these
spray.
amulets in the first place? They're in the mine.
You'll have to solve the mystery of
This
not
is
only this
terrible.
dungeon, but why these fire newts are
You
so
know what?
OP.
Can I like just bonus throw the ice at them? Just fuck
Oh
it.
crap! I've got ice cream in my pocket. God dang it.
Oh no, Hans.
Anyways, so you managed to land a hit on Maggie, the first fire
Maggie.
newt. But your poison spray wasn't as effective as it should have
I
been,
hate
thanks to
this.
the strange amulet around
That's-
their necks.
you're literally wasting a cantrip slot for me. I
didn't
do
choose
not-
your cantrips.
Well, what else would I choose but poison spray? Being the dude who's always like
Druid
come on.
crap.
But you wrote
Oh
this
my god.
after he made his character,
Come
Hans.
on.
And you're
Krucknuck,
only
it's your
targeting
turn.
him.
What do you do in the midst
hate
of
me.
combat?
You just hate me.
I click my heels together and I go and I activate my jump spell.
Oh god. You can now jump 50 feet in a horizontal jump, or what was it, 30 feet vertical?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I jump at them with my warhammer.
Which one are you jumping at? There's
I'm gonna help Mary Jane out.
okay, so you're jumping at Maggie.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and jump
Oh wait,
over
I
and behind her.
excuse me, I threw my ice too.
Is
Oh.
it?
That
As
would
a-
just be just.
It doesn't do anything.
How could you name her Maggie? You know.
I throw ice on the fire newt.
Yeah, it just like melts instantly on the fire newt.
It's just like
And then it just reforms in your hand.
Wow.
it's just some nice BM.
Yeah, it is. It's like
Yeah.
All right, so you're trying to jump over Maggie, but make it perfectly so you land behind her for like a flanking attack with Shane.
Yeah.
It's gonna be some
Dex check.
acrobatics checks right there.
Take the acrobatics check for it.
All right, you leap into the air.
14.
Now 14, it's decent enough to land you behind Maggie. Not like super good, not super graceful, but you managed to do a pretty good one and scramble up to your feet behind the fire newt. And you just smack her with your
And I'm
warhammer.
gonna smack her with the warhammer.
All right, roll an attack roll with advantage for having flanking. Let's see it. Your warhammer flashes through the air and
17.
a 17. It hits. It bashes through the chainmail that Maggie wears, dealing how much damage?
1d10 plus 2.
Very wise.
11.
11 damage.
Hey, wow, that's like probably double what I had because the amulet's likely halved my attack.
Maggie coughs out some blood
Fire newts have
from your
blood.
warhammer smacking her in the back, but she's still standing. Brueggen, you're up.
Okay. How many are there?
There are 5 fire newts. There's 2 on the other side of the square right now in front of the mine. There's 2 on the closer side of the mine to you, and then there's the one up front, Maggie, which Shane and Krucknuck are both pummeling.
I like the name Maggie, so I'm gonna attack someone else.
Okay.
I want to attack the farthest one within my sight.
Okay, so that would be number 5, Frida.
Frida, why are you giving them cute names?
I know.
Sorry.
You suck.
Yeah.
I mean,
first-
Maggie was literally just Maggie. Maggie.
Which one is Frida?
Fire.
Fire. Give us the other names.
So there's Maga, Lavarius, Newton, Frank.
No, Frank. No. Can
That's the most natural name there is for a fire newt. These are just names to help you keep track of them in combat.
okay, but there's history behind the name Newton for our audience. In a previous campaign, Hans had us get attached to a fire newt named Newton, who we
Fire
had
newt.
to
We had
kill.
3 NPCs that we got attached to, and we murdered all 3 of them to save the world.
Plot for plot.
Newton wasn't in your party.
Yes, he was.
Yes, he was.
He
Newton
in
was
Joey's
ours.
party.
No,
No,
Newton
he
was
wasn't
ours.
ours.
Newton was the
Actually-
other fire newt that was with us, and
No, you had
we
you had the
had-
other fire newt that was
Yeah.
like an asshole a little bit.
The one that like
he was
yeah.
the warrior dude. He wasn't
Either
an
way,
asshole.
we had a quab, the Kuatoa.
A quab was the one that made me cry.
Who was our Earth?
The
Slanted.
Slanted.
Who was our air?
Just some random air elemental that you guys killed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because they were the enemies.
Passed
Got a
aside.
lot of
You aim your
enemies.
longbow at Frida.
I got enemies.
I guess.
lot of enemies.
All right. You aim your longbow at the fire newt who's
God.
attacking random people in the crowd right now, showing no
Jeez,
mercy
man.
as she cuts down some of the civilians
I
in
guess
the
that
street.
makes it sort of better, but it's still a cute name.
Oh, 16.
A 16.
I like that balance that it had.
Yeah.
Your
me too.
arrow flies true and just barely glances off the fire newt's chainmail.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Defenders win in a tie.
Are you fucking?
No, it's
Are you fucking
she's got
kidding me?
16 AC.
Damn.
And a shield, actually. I suppose it bounces off her shield, not the chainmail.
Jesus.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Got a lot of kidding me.
What?
That's a lot of AC.
Yeah, they're warriors.
Hey, that's why I use poison spray and do no
After,
damage.
are you moving at all, Brueggen? You are free to move. You won't take opportunity attacks from anyone. You could try to jump on top of the building to get a better vantage around the city.
No, I'm kind of mad.
So what are you gonna do?
I'm mad. I'm
Are you
not
gonna
gonna
go
do
into
anything.
overdrive?
I'm gonna stay.
Okay.
What?
With that, the fire newts take their turn. The 2 on the closest side of the mine to you rush up. One stops behind you, Krucknuck, and now they're flanking you along with Maggie and who is that one?
Maggie.
Maggie and
the
Lavarius are,
ferocious
are
beast.
flanking you, and then Newton comes up to you, Bruigan. The other two,
Newton,
Frank
dude.
and Frida, continue their assault on the civilians, attempting to try to capture some of them.
First you give them cute names, then you make one of my cantrips useless. Like, you're a terrible DM. It's the worst.
Jesus
You're a
Christ.
bad DM.
Frank tries to get his arms around an orc, but the orc manages to free himself from Frank's fiery grasp.
The orca.
Frida, however, manages to snag onto a dwarf and is pulling him back towards the mine. Lavarius attacks you, Kruknuk.
He misses.
Well, he has advantage, so we'll see about that.
Not wise enough to hit him.
It's a critical hit.
Oh,
Fire Newts do get multi-attack too.
oh my
We're only level 3.
Multi
They're only challenge one half.
What the hell?
They have AC 16?
Yeah.
Matt Mercer, what are you
Yeah,
doing?
They don't deal that much damage.
Challenge rating
oh,
my
crap.
ass.
Matt Mercer.
Yeah.
So that's
He's a
10
voice actor,
damage
but
from the
he's
scimitar.
like one of
The
the
Not
first
that much
charger-
damage.
That one was actually like max
How much?
damage.
How much
Why
damage?
10 from the first scimitar slash.
Crit and max damage?
I'm so sorry.
You-
what health you at?
19.
He's faking
oh,
these
you're
rolls.
fine. What are you even talking
He's
about?
faking these
the
rolls,
second
dude.
scimitar.
That's a
hit
third of
comes
my
in.
health.
The second scimitar rolls a 17 to hit.
That's a hit.
All right. It's not a critical.
No.
That one deals 7 damage. That was also max damage. So I think Lavarius is just mad at you for being another amphibian, but not being on fire.
It's more than half my health gone in one round of combat.
You are
I see
getting
that
double
photo?
teamed. Well, not quite, because Maggie's going to attack you, Mary Jane. Mary Jane.
Mary Jane, you're getting your ass
Mary
beat.
Jane. Maggie
Oh.
doesn't use her scimitar. Instead, Maggie rears back her head and spits out some of her fiery blood at you, attempting to burn you.
Blood? Fiery cheese.
Make a dexterity saving throw
Easy.
as this glob of fiery mucus and
Easy.
like
Oh, that's a nat 20.
Nat
baby.
20, you easily dodge this glob of fire and it sizzles on the ground where you are standing. Maggie kind of wipes her jaw a little bit before
It was such
taking
a
up
good
a brave
dodge.
stance.
It should splash back at her and kill her.
What? No, but I'll give you advantage on your. Oh, you already have advantage because you're flanking. I'll give you +2 damage again on your next attack against
Hey,
Maggie.
wow.
All right, and
On my poison spray damage?
or a different type of damage. Bruigan, the last one. Who was it? Newton comes up to fight you. Newton does a simple 2 slashes with his scimitar. The first slash, what's your AC?
17.
The first slash glances harmlessly off a metal frame. The second slash, however, inflicts a crippling blow as it is another critical hit.
What the fuck?
Look, it's right there. You can see it.
Can you cripple a suit of armor?
I mean, you can aim for its fiery forge in the center.
Fuck you.
How does he know about, like, brew people?
I mean,
Breeple?
Getting our asses kicked out here.
I know.
either way,
I'm
it's a critical
upset.
hit.
you know-
8 damage.
Doesn't help that my freaking cantrip doesn't work anymore in the campaign ever.
You notice Maggie's the only one wearing the amulet.
Oh, but you said earlier that they're all wearing them.
Maggie's the only one wearing a green one, I should say. They've all got different colored ones.
Wow, nice retcon. Nice retcon.
None of them wear red amulets, however, because fire newts already have a natural
You're
resistance to
retconning,
fire.
Hans. It's
Yeah.
sloppy writing.
Not gonna lie, I kind of forgot I was gonna make Shane's cantrip useless, so I added in the poison amulet last minute.
Oh.
Just to keep in the vein of things.
My God.
Mary Jane, you're up.
All right. You know what? I'm just gonna I'm hating on this amulet. You know, I'm just gonna show it who's boss and poison spray it again.
All right.
You know
let's
what,
see
Hans?
it.
I'm gonna do
Maggie's
it again.
at low health right now. She's got internal bleeding from Kruknuk's massive Warhammer
jeez.
strike to her back, and also is still coughing from your previous poison spray.
Sweet.
She makes another Constitution saving throw as your puff of bong encircles her. She rolls an 8 plus 1, 9.
Nothing.
It's a failure. Roll for damage. Poison spray deals 2d12 damage.
It's 1d12.
Okay, 1d12, and then an additional 2d6 from your bong. So what's
right.
the total as she breathes in a cloud of this toxic mist?
20.
20? Maggie dies. Maggie like takes a deep breath, her eyes bulge out for a second, and she kind of like shrivels up
Oh,
and falls to the ground crumpled.
like a raisin.
Yeah. She kind of sizzles a little bit as her internal fire dies out. You throw the ice on her for good measure.
Oh, that's depressing.
Kruknuk, or do you want to move at all?
Move around to give me flanking on the other guy.
Yeah, I'll do that. Will I take attack of opportunity if I do
No,
that?
you're
No, you killed the person who would have had opportunity.
Haha, I'm gonna flank.
All right, Kruknuk, you're up. You
Uh,
turn to face, who was it? Lavarius, right? Yes. Lavarius, who was flanking you before, but now finds himself flanked.
Can we give up movement for an extra bonus action? No, right?
What bonus action were you gonna do?
I was gonna use Hunter's Mark, and then I was gonna use Thunderous Smite.
Nah, that's a little bit much.
Yeah. All right, I'll just use Hunter's Mark then.
Okay, that one gives you an extra D8 damage, right, against the target?
Hunter's Mark, extra D6 of damage.
All right. You mark Lavarius, declaring him your quarry for this battle. And that's your turn. Right?
Yeah. No, it's a bonus action.
Oh, it's a bonus action.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah.
I'm gonna. That's why I was asking if I could
Okay,
use
yeah.
because they're both bonus action
Oh
spells.
yeah, nah.
Yeah. I'm gonna whack him with the Warhammer.
All right. The Warhammer dashes out. You do have advantage, so
Yep.
roll twice.
That one's a 19.
Oh, jeez.
That one's a 18.
The 19 easily breaks through the Fire Newt's defense. It doesn't even have a chance to raise its shield as your Warhammer
Damn.
crashes into its chest. It lets loose a big old oof as more bits of blood spray out of its mouth. How much damage?
Might want to check that one again, Hans. It did 4 damage.
4
He
damage?
did minimum damage.
Ooh. Well, maybe Lavarius just was ready for a really big blow. Found himself saying "oof," and then kind of realized he had like a loose tooth or a bloody gum, and that's what he was spitting the blood out for. Yeah. All right. Bruigan, you're up.
Yes. So
Newton right now is beside you. He just inflicted a critical hit to you and is standing there.
is he
menacingly.
outside of 10 feet?
No, he's within 10 feet. That's how he was able to get a melee attack in on you.
Okay. And in order to attack someone else, I have to take an opportunity attack, don't I?
If you're using a ranged weapon, yeah. Because if you knock a bow and aim it at someone like across the battlefield, the person right next to you is going to take that chance to stab you.
It also doesn't do that much damage if you aim a bow and then like let it go right there because it has to get up to speed.
Point blank.
No,
Yeah.
I knew that one. Is there someone else outside, like within 10 feet of me, but out within 5 feet?
No, you're still like right next to the blacksmith shop, while the flanking party of Lavarius is closer to the mine.
Just pummel him.
You could just fisty him.
Fist him?
I've been trying to use my weapons this entire game. I'm fine.
You could take an
want me to
opportunity
punch?
attack.
You want me to make
You could go
fucking
into
punch him?
overdrive too and freaking wreck him.
Please, just like get
You have
so
yet
mad.
to use your racial power as a furnace born.
You want to flip a coin?
Sure.
Or
Got a
roll a
coin?
dice and do even and odd. Wait, did you declare which one was even? Which one was odd?
Somebody call it.
Fist is even. Overdrive is odd.
Even.
All right.
I rolled a 20. I'm striking him down.
Okay, you raise your fist and go in for a big old punch, raising a mighty metal fist. It rushes in towards Newton. What'd you roll?
An 8.
Newton raises his shield in time, and it makes a mighty crack as your fist bounces off of it. he manages to deflect the blow.
Yeah, I fucking wonder.
You can still move away if you want to take the opportunity attack.
I guess I'll fucking take the opportunity attack.
You have a high enough AC that you can probably tank it.
Okay.
Let's see. Let's see.
Newton rolls a 16 plus 3.
Eh.
He just barely manages to get in a hit on you. These fire newts, he only deals 3 damage to you.
That's what it sounds like when it fuses the metal.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It's just a nice stabbing crack.
I'm sorry, could I get my die back? Did it break?
No. All right. After Bruggen, it is. Oh wait, where are you moving to from the blacksmith? You can move closer to
Away.
Tom's shop, or you can move closer to the mining store. Moving closer to the mining store will place you in better vantage point of the fire newts who are capturing townspeople.
Then I'll move towards there.
All right, so you're by the mining store right now. The fire newts take their turn. Frida continues to drag the dwarf into the mine. At this point, she's already inside the mine, pretty much, is where she uses her action to go. Frank tries to grab onto another citizen, or, yeah, he tries to grab onto another citizen. He fails, and instead, the dwarf slips between his arms, and instead he just wanders over he runs over to the mining store, and looks like he's trying to break into it.
No. Not the ores for gold.
Laverius, who's getting double teamed right now,
By 2
uses
sexy bitches.
slashes one time against you, Kruknuk, and then uses his second attack against you, Mary Jane.
What is this? And then
They-
what is they're gonna take their legendary action next turn too?
Not quite. Shane, he rolled a 14 plus 3, so 17 versus you, and Kruknuk
jeez.
rolled a 9 versus you.
Yeah, that totally
Nah.
doesn't break
All
my
right.
armor class at
Kruknuk,
all.
you managed to deflect the blow with your hammer. Mary Jane, you go to try to deflect it with your bong, but it's too precious, and you take the hit for it.
Takes the hit on it.
You take 3 damage as the scimitar slashes through
Oh
your
my
claw.
god, I'm bloodied.
That's not a feature anymore. All right. After that, Laverius, seeing as Bruggen kind of went off,
I guess.
decides to go help out Laverius, who's getting double teamed.
Right.
Comes up behind you, Kruknuk, gets that flanking, and
Yeah, he would.
tries to spit fire at you. A big old glob of fire arcs from your back towards you right
over.
now. Roll a dexterity saving throw. You will have disadvantage because you are being flanked.
You have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws when you're being flanked?
I think you would in this case just because it's a little harder to move around. Well, no,
so
you
used
don't.
to fighting in close
You're
quarters.
right. You're right. Just make a dexterity saving throw then.
Doesn't matter.
What was it?
It's a 5.
It's a 5. You're not quite fast enough, and the glob of fiery mucus sizzles against your backside. It deals 2d8 fire damage.
2.
Oh, it's supposed to deal half as much on a failed save. I guess Mary Jane should have taken a little bit extra, but that's fine. Kruknuk, you take 1 and 8, so 9 damage.
Jesus Christ. I have 3 health left.
Oof. Your back is a nice crispy piece of toast, and your front is a large section of
You sure
gouges.
the
God.
difficulty is a challenge like 1/2?
One half, yeah.
You're wrong.
It says it right here in the book.
You're wrong.
Like 0.5. That's gross. What?
That means like two.
Your
two-
party of 3 people should be able to take on 6 fire newts.
Yeah, that's nuts.
But what?
We're just unlucky.
Yeah, the fire newts
makes
have
it
been getting
not
really
fun.
lucky damage rolls. I will say that. Mary Jane, you're up.
All right. You know what? I had enough of seeing my poor boy Kruknuk here just get full of fire newt bull crap. I'm gonna fill him full of my bull crap.
Another poison spray.
Yeah, I'm taking advantage of this opportunity, Hans. This whole session, I have not been able to use my signature move.
Let's do it.
Let's
see
do
it. So you're doing this on Laverius. He was the one you were double teaming.
Yes.
All right. You breathe forth your poisonous cloud towards him. Everyone else at this point is convinced that your poisonous cloud is a harmless cloud.
What?
Because of how little it does usually.
I killed the
He
last
just needed
fool.
20 damage.
It's 10. Either way, he makes a constitution saving throw. It is a 6. He fails. Roll for damage. Full damage. What's the
I
damage?
rolls really low every time. I got a 2, a 1, and a 4.
It's a
That's
7.
7 damage. All right. You know what?
Lavarius seems kind of fine. He's like, oh man,
He's
that
taking 10
sounds really
damage.
bad. Also, cough up some blood.
Hey, wait. Can I pick up the necklace, the amulet from that dead newt? The raisin newt?
You've moved away from it, but you will be able to after the fight.
After that, I'm going to pick that up for sure. Or when we're done with this fool.
Okay. After Mary Jane, it's Kruknak's turn.
I'm gonna whack Lavarius with a warhammer. Or actually, I'm gonna use Thunderous Smite.
Ooh, which one's that?
Makes a big noise, I know for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, expend a level 1 spell slot to deal 2d8 extra damage.
Is that Thunder Smite or Holy Wrath? That's
Thunderous Smite.
okay.
Oh no, that's Divine Smite.
That's Divine Smite.
God damn it. Hold on.
Thunder Smite will deal some kind of extra damage. I know that.
Yeah. Let's see. Thunderous Smite. First time you hit with a melee weapon attack during the spell's duration, your weapon rings with thunder that is audible within 300 feet of you.
All right,
And the
so
attack
it'll
deals
echo.
2d6 extra thunder damage to the target.
All right. So if you hit,
Additionally, the creature must succeed in a strength saving throw or be
Ooh.
pushed back 10 feet
all right.
and knocked prone.
So Lavarius right now is in front, or Shane's in front of him. So if you knock him 10 feet, he's gonna crash into Shane.
Don't break my bong, dude.
Stab him. You got something to stab him with? Get
Do
ready.
you have a dagger?
I have a sling and a quarterstaff. Just kind of.
Just stick out your fist. Get ready to punch.
I got this weird
I'll let you
jelly
make a quick
cube.
dexterity check if you want to set up an attack. If Kruknak's like, I'm going to push him into you. You want to ready an uppercut or something?
Yeah, let's ready.
All right, make a dexterity check real fast to see if you're fast enough.
Okay.
This will be a dexterity saving throw.
Hey, 7 saving. 17.
All right, you're fast enough to ready a quick melee punch. Kruknak, your hammer glows with electricity as you bring it down upon Lavarius.
It's a 10.
He dodges the attack. Your warhammer still sparks with electricity, though, for as long as the spell's duration lasts. If you get hit
like
with
an hour.
another attack, though, you will have to make a concentration saving
It's not
throw.
concentration. It's
It
like an
isn't?
hour.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind then.
Yeah, the one that's concentration is Hunter's Mark.
All right. After Kruknak, it's Bruigen's turn.
So I'm 10 feet away from Newton now, yes?
Yes, more than 10 feet. But you can rush up with your lance if you want to.
I have higher attack. No, yeah, I'll lance him.
All right. You bring out your mighty lance and charge forward towards Newton.
Ooh, I got a 21.
21. That is a definite hit.
That
Roll
is-
for damage as your
she's-
lance
you know-
pierces past the fire newt shield and into its soft.
I guess she
And
never
finish.
missed
She's going
you.
after Newton. Doesn't she have advantage? Because I'm technically on the other side of him.
I got a 21. What does it matter?
If you roll a nat 20.
I did not.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
No, I don't think so because you've got flanking because they're lined up towards the mine right now, and Bruigen came from the mining shop, which is in a different direction.
You hit
So
or
if
miss,
anything, you're
but
on
you
one
never
side
miss,
and
huh?
she's on like
She
not
can run
quite
around.
the flanking side.
You got a
She could
lance.
totally run
man.
around.
I bet it
If he
doesn't
could run around
kiss
and
ya.
flank me.
Yeah, I suppose. Do you want to expend extra movement to run around to get flanking?
Well, yeah, I'm not going to move afterwards.
All right. Okay, so you do have advantage on the attack if you want.
Doesn't matter.
What are the
Your 19
shot?
definitely hits, or whatever it was. you rolled.
21.
How much damage?
6.
6. It's a decent attack.
It's a hit or miss.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Are you sure about that?
This game's totally hit or miss, huh?
Guess you never miss.
All
right. After
Got a
Bruggen,
boyfriend, I bet he
the
never
Newts
kissed
take their
ya.
turn.
I die.
Frank
Oh,
exits
false.
from the mining store with arms full of goodies, ore of certain kinds, and dashes into the mine itself, escaping where Frida did. Newton, seeing that those two looters have gotten off with a bounty of stuff, decides to join in the escape and leaves, provoking two opportunity attacks from Caitlin and Cruz.
I'm gonna lance him.
To hightail it, if you will.
Indeed.
I got a 17.
A 17 will hit. Kruknik, what'd you get?
Do I still have advantage? No, right?
No, because
He's like leaving.
he's leaving, yeah, so you won't be flanking anymore.
It's a crit fail.
It's a crit fail.
Yeah.
Oof. Well, the 17 hits, so go ahead and roll for damage on your lance. And,
14
damage.
damage.
14
damage.
damage. Woo! Newton just barely limps out of there.
Jesus.
But he does make it to the mine and jumps down it. Cruz, or Kruknuk,
Wow.
your sparking warhammer weaves a wide arc. And there's a chance, well,
Who am I gonna hit? Who's in range?
no one's in range of you. You hit yourself.
No.
No, I can't hit myself.
Well, you won't
That's
hit
a thunderous
yourself.
smite.
You're not gonna thunderous smite yourself. You're just gonna bonk your toe for 4. How much damage?
I have 3 health left.
Oh, it kills you.
I did roll a d4 for that, and it was 4.
Yeah, you knock out.
I think your warhammer strike, like you're weak enough that like
Alright,
you kind of let it
whatever.
go, and it bonks you in the back of the head.
Doesn't even make sense. How am I gonna swing like this and then hit myself in the back of the head? I'm only 3 feet tall.
It's like a golf club that
Hey,
like
man.
winds up too
Hey,
far.
it's okay.
Go flying that way.
It's okay. I cast Spare the Dying. It's a cantrip.
Spare the
And Laverius.
You're dying, aren't you?
I guess.
Laverius also attempts to escape, provoking an opportunity attack from you, Shane.
Kill him.
It'll be a melee attack.
Right. From my quarterstaff. 16.
16.
And defenders win. Haha, XT.
He manages to just barely block your quarterstaff with his shield.
I hate
before
this
leaping
game.
into the mine. As the last one enters the mine, you hear a rumbling from deep inside, and you hear some crashing too, and then a puff of dust exits from the top of it.
I hope they all died.
It seems some part of the mine has collapsed, but what happened is a mystery. Until next time on
Roll out.
Hold out.
Thanks for listening to this episode, everyone. If you liked it, make sure to tune in for the next episode. Also, if you want to see some fun behind-the-scenes pictures of us playing, character fan art, and even some sneak peeks at next week's session, follow us on Instagram at DND_rolled_out. Additionally, if any of you have suggestions for the campaign or even questions about running your own, feel free to email us at dndrolledout@gmail.com. We'd love to hear your feedback. Once again, thank you, and be sure to come back for more exciting action. This episode was made possible with the help of Woodbury University, Kevin McLeod, and our friend Rocky, without all of whom we wouldn't have the equipment, music, or expertise to produce this. So thank you.